Well, howdy there, you animals of the interweb. Midnight Run Creations is back out here in the shop. This is kind of I hope kind of the last video of the Smurf truck here, or blue truck, or Papa Smurf truck, whatever. Yeah, Papa Smurf, because, no, Papa Smurf was like red. I don't know, whatever. It's late. I don't know. Anyway, so the blue truck from South Dakota. It's going to, I think, like East Coast, New York, Maine area or something like that, and then maybe overseas after that. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, it's actually probably not the last video because trying to do like a drive around video and stuff, and maybe walk around one outside and the light and stuff with it. So, but this is 69. Actually, F100 is one of the rare cases where it's actually a F100 rather than being an F250 like everything is. So it's kind of nice. It's got some bings and bangs and stuff onto it, that kind of stuff. But you know, it opens and closes fine. It's from a Quonset. For those of you who don't know what a Quonset is, it's a steel building, you know, barn shop kind of thing, but with the rounded roofs and stuff on it. So in good old North Dakota. So was sitting in a Quonset for eons and stuff. Originally had an inline 6 with manual. The thing ran like a top. It was awesome. I mean, it ran smooth. One of those kind of things where, you know, the videos where they stick the cup of coffee or whatever on the engine and it doesn't spill. It just, I mean, yeah, it was just phenomenal. I don't remember. Oh, that's right. Some kid came and got it. We donated the motor and transmission to a young man that was building one of these and stuff. So, but yeah. Yeah, custom cab. Yeah, so it's a custom cab. Of course, sitting on a full Crown Vic chassis. Had to shorten like 6 inches off of the front. Did the 4 inches off of the back, which is standard and stuff on it. Split the bed here and across the seam line. Same with back there with it. No seam on the bed because I just chopped the floor off and then moved this all coupled with it and then welded in. I did leave some gaps so that it has some drainage because these trucks sit nose down, and so this fills up with water and rots out and stuff anyway. So threw this cover over it. Customer is going to have something else done with this, but I just got on so that it wasn't getting stuff all down there, and then when we run around and it's not throwing stuff about the top and whatnot. I don't know. I guess I'll kind of do a rundown. Go through the videos on this stuff. You'll see things in detail, or you know, for it. If you have questions, then you can reach out and stuff. But 67 Mustang gas tank. So Phil is in the middle of the bed with it. Full aftermarket fuel system because we are running the Holley Terminator X Max. There it is, right there. So yeah. So let's run that. So with that is now a return. Fuel system where the Crown Vic is a returnless fuel system because it has pulse modulating. So aftermarket, you know, a tank with full fuel system and stuff, tank or a fuel pump in the tank so it stays cool and a little bit quieter and stuff with it. Holley Terminator to run, engine, transmission, the painless for all of the body stuff for the lights and everything else with it. What else under here with it? The Crown Vic master cylinder on the truck booster, so works out nicely. So it has the truck pedal inside there. It's drive cable driven because the Holley Terminator has to use a cable driven rather than a drive-by-wire. So it's got an aftermarket pedal down there. We are utilizing the Dakota Digital THX cluster, I think, from Andrew Peterson for F100performance.com. So you can get them from him. They've gone up quite a bit in price on it. That is the factory bezel, just clean, touched up and stuff and primed so that he can paint whatever he wants to onto it. It runs off of the truck ignition. All the Crown Vic stuff has been tied into that to feed what it needs to feed. Otherwise, like I said, lights and wiper and all that kind of stuff are all powered from the normal truck wiring and stuff onto it. Just, like I said, tied in onto it. So pretty straightforward. Bench seat. It's automatic with the Crown Vic transmission. So that is the low car shifter selector, whatever you want to call it, that I use on pretty much everything, which mounts to the top of the transmission and then connects to the lever system. So I love it. It's nice. Kind of looks like a manual when you just initially look inside and stuff. So fits the look of it. They have tons of different arms and links and all that kind of fun stuff with it. So they are having some stock problems still with this, and now even worse because Christmas is coming up. So we're using the short one for right now. And I think he's going to get a longer one or whatever. That little thing right here, that is the handheld unit for the Holley Terminator X with a cool 3D printed housing for it. The radio and AC system will go in here. He's going to do an aftermarket AC system on it that will tie into the Crown Vic compressor onto it. So the hoses are all there for connecting to whatever he wants to connect up to it. So dash is in pretty darn good shape. There's a little bit of cracky stuff in that speaker spot there. I don't know, that was weird. But otherwise, the dash is in really great shape. Probably needs to be pulled and cleaned, though. It's a little kind of grody. Headliner was toast onto it, so at that. And I don't remember if it had trim stuff. Guess I should probably look and see if it did or not. So glass was in good shape, so that got left in. Those are not, yes, those are Crown Vic. So this is the shoulder system for the Crown Vic 3-point. So I just welded in bolts threading into that where it has the factory truck spot with it. So it's all welded in and has shoulder harnesses for the outsides and then lap for the lap for the inside on side. But yeah, over the shoulder ones. So pretty cool. Nice solid truck. Didn't have to do anything to the floor on this one. The floors on both sides were nice and solid onto it. Did go through and clean everything with the wire brush and then put some rust treatment on there. The Rust Doctor, I think is what it was. Yeah, I think put Rust Doctor on that and then went over it with the Rust-Oleum paint across everything. So he'll be doing interior stuff and whatnot with it. So same with this and new door handle and stuff onto it. So, but she closes pretty good for being old truck. So literally new weather stripping and stuff onto it too. But yeah, closes up really nice and she looks pretty good. She's not bad truck. Like I said, bumps and bruises and stuff onto it. 2.5-inch exhaust. This has headers on it as well too. They are not the Crown Vic ones. The correct Crown Vic headers, they're really expensive, but they just go boom and fit in and you don't have to do a bunch of stupid crap to it. I think I did a video on this. These headers, I don't even remember. I bought like 5, go back and look at the video. I think I bought like 5 different headers for like Mustang and F-150 and stuff with it. And I honestly think like one side is a Mustang, the other side's for an F-150 or something. And then I had to cut and twist it. It just sucked. It's a royal pain in the ass to get it work. So just save yourself the trouble and get the Crown Vic headers that fit way better for it. So and then have some, I don't remember what mufflers, 2.5-inch, and she dumps out the sides. She's got side dumps so everyone can hear you when you blast by them and stuff onto it. What else? Side note is alternator had to be changed out because the Crown Vic alternator is pulse modulating for how it's controlled. So it doesn't want to charge this way. So I had to go with a single wire or 2-wire, 3-wire, whatever the heck it's called, alternator for like a 99 Mustang GT so that it will charge accordingly like it's supposed to. So yeah, fuse systems and relays set in there. Everything's run off a relay with the fan. We're using the Crown Vic radiator fan. Fuel pump and stuff all have their own independent relays that are back underneath the dash behind the down at the bottom of the dash there to get to and stuff on it. Fuse panels all there and stuff. So you can see kind of the difference. So this is the Holley Terminator X system, and then Blue Balls over here has it's all Crown Vic stuff with it. So I don't know. It looks kind of the same as far as a quote unquote mess, I guess, with it or whatever. I mean, we've got some extra, different thicker wires stuff. This, you can do a lot of stuff. I ran it back there before or deck down and across the top of the transmission and then came up onto it. I think early on I didn't cut as much and we dropped down underneath down here along the bottom of the cross member and stuff on it. I have poked through before somewhere in here, popped through and then ran it in here along this inside lip and stuff onto it. So just kind of either or whatever with it. This still has some cleaning up and stuff to do, so I know it looks a bit messy with it, but there's still some stuff that has to be kind of cleaned up. That has a cover system for it and stuff. Yes, the hinge will clear it and everything. Same with the AC box and stuff with it. It's, yeah, done this before. I know my measurements and whatnot with it. So, but yeah, so this uses everything for the Crown Vic, as I said before, with the PCM and stuff all sitting here. So still have PCM and stuff with it, the bulkhead connectors. This one got the PCM sitting here. These coil drivers have to be out here and all this other fun stuff with it. So I don't know. I initially was trying to get stuff underneath of the dash in here, but anybody who's worked on these trucks, the behind the dash on these things, there is not a lot of room, amazingly enough. And then you get all of this stuff inside of there with it, and it's, yeah, especially over here behind this cluster and stuff that's over here, there's a lot of stuff because there's a fuse panel, whatever you want to call it, for the painless, and then there's also the fuse panel for the Crown Vic that's in here as well too with it. So there's a lot of stuff in behind this gauge cluster. So God, this Dakota Digital is just freaking awesome. It is beautiful. I don't know if I said it before, but I mean, it works for everything, for both ways. This, on the extreme end where it's the Holley Terminator and stuff with it, so it melds up with that. You do have to get a special BIM module for the Holley. Otherwise, the BIM module is different for like this over here, where this will have the Crown Vic or the Dakota Digital cluster, even though, like I said, it's using all the Crown Vic stuff with it. It won't. So those harnesses right there are to plug into the Crown Vic cluster. We won't use those. It pulls into the OBD2 port that is right here and pulls everything off of that with it. So kind of cool way to do stuff like that. So there's different ways. Dakota Digital will work either way. So, and the Dakota Digital will work with doing this Crown Vic swap using all the Crown Vic stuff, or it'll work like this where you're using the Holley system, or if you're just keeping everything stock, you're just putting this on a Crown Vic chassis, but you're utilizing the drivetrain, engine, transmission, that original for the truck, whatever the Ford motor may be with it, or even an LS motor. Haha, I know you guys can hate all you want to. I don't care, but the LS kicks ass. Anyway, so yeah, no matter what drivetrain you're working with, the Dakota Digital will plug into it. Even if, like I said, it is an old carbureted Ford FE motor or whatever, then the Dakota Digital, even though it's a digital gauge cluster, it still mechanically can read everything with the sensors and stuff with it. So temperature and all that kind of stuff. So fuel, same way too, just with a standard fuel system on it all works, no matter what you want to do with it. So, and then same with too on this, on the Holley system, that handheld can show you as much as you want to. So you could have that as a cluster if you want to. You can do the big screen, the 7-inch, 7.5 inch, or the big 12-inch, or any of the aftermarket ones, the tablet style and stuff with it, whatever. Or even you can do just aftermarket. I don't know if they're aftermarket. I guess technically they are because they're not factory gauge stuff. But like with the Dodge, I have the standard hot rod or classic car ones where everything is independent onto it. So I'm still using the Holley system to run the LS on this, but all my gauges are all ran quote unquote analog. And I have down there, you can see it kind of through there, is the Holley handheld, so that I can get all the other readings and compare the two, or have calibration and stuff, with it and whatnot. So yeah, so very cool and different ways to do it. But yeah, as I said, Blue truck is pretty much finished up, and just got to do a little bit of final stuff with it. Did some tie-ins and stuff with it and some little stuff, but then it's off to the owner. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Leave it like it is, or I don't know, tear it down and redo everything and stuff with it. So got a little bit of stuff on the nose of it, but yeah. So yeah, that's what we do at here at Midnight Run Creations. So look us up if you want to have a build done. I can supply truck and Crown Vic like we did with this one, or you can supply truck and Crown Vic like on Pappa Smurf, or you can supply truck and I can supply Crown Vic, or I supply Crown Vic, you supply truck. I don't really care. Or we can do these Ford ones, or we can do any of them. As you can see, again, look back in the videos, the Dodge over there is sitting on a Crown Vic chassis with a Chevy motor, LS motor into it. out through here, which I need to go and do this outside. We have a mega cab swap, so we'll have to check that out because that's going to be a lot of fun and stuff with it. So built a Nova, we have a C10 out back over here for my daughter that we're going to do some stuff with. It's rusted as can be, but we're going to leave it that way and just put a HelloIsh power plant and stuff into it. So we can do it all here at Midnight Run Creations. Can do short bed conversions on these, on the Chevys as well too. So yeah, all kinds of stuff. So all right, peace out, guys. It's late. I'm tired. I actually have to work tomorrow too. So laters.